I was placed at Hawthorne Elementary School in Bozeman, Montana with Caitlin Rivers. The students we got to hang out with were in grades 1 through 5, and we had different students every week, so we never got the chance to really get to know the students, but we got to interact with tons of different students throughout our cohort. What we did with our students was we created comic strips, we played Switch Zoo, which is pictured. We took the kids on a scavenger hunt, played math games, did Kahoots, and created word clouds to get to know them. The resources we had available to us were computers and iPads. This did provide some limitations, but we figured out ways to work around it. This included just using websites that we could pull up on iPads or computers, or creating activities where students could take pictures on the iPads and do things with them in programs through iPads. Our biggest struggle was dealing with elementary school boys after school. As you may know, elementary school students are just kind of over the day at about 3 o'clock, and having this program after school definitely created a struggle. It was mostly just trying to get the students to listen and pay attention because they were so excited to do what we were going to do that day. So usually before class started, we would have the students come in and sit down on the carpet so we could give them instructions. And before we would let them go to their tables, they had to show us their model behavior. This included sitting on your pockets, hands in your lap, not talking, and just showing us that they were ready to learn and be engaged. Our biggest success was that students really enjoyed our activities, and they were excited every week to come to Tech Club. And we got to teach them a few new websites and teach the younger students some basic computer skills that they could take into their classroom. My future recommendations for Tech Club was to have the same kids every week. That way you can plan for ages and specific interests. Since we didn't know who we were going to have every week, we kind of just had to come up with lesson plans that would be okay for first graders to do and for fifth graders to do. And we kind of had to guess on the kids' interests because, like I said before, we didn't really know them very well, so we just kind of made generalized lesson plans. My teaching belief that this confirmed is that teachers do a lot more than teaching. They have to come up with lesson plans, they have to communicate with other teachers, they have to teach kids how to behave in the classroom so they can go out into the world and behave as normal adults. And they just do a lot more than feed information to students. And the belief that this has changed is that young students listen better than older students. I think definitely in an after-school program, older students listen better just because they're more mature and they have a longer attention span, whereas younger students are bored really quickly and they've been in school all day and they just want to go play.